In many Jersey Shore towns, the boardwalks are open. Restaurants and bars are back in business. Many beaches are ready to go. It's almost as if Sandy never happened. However, off the boardwalk, it's a different story. This is normally the peak season for Jersey Shore rentals, but some realtors, like Janine Marmo, say it's been a slow start to the season.
Usually by January, people are calling. Sometime we would get some rentals in October, but by January, everybody's calling to rent, and by April, we're pretty much fully rented.
Marmo and her husband own 2 beach houses on the Jersey Shore. Their house in Mantoloking suffered damage from the storm, but was rebuilt in time for summer. However, months later, they are still trying to book their house for the rest of the summer. What's happening in Mantoloking is not unique. Diane Herman has been a realtor in the Wildwoods for more than 10 years. She says there was no damage in the Wildwoods from Sandy, but people don't seem to realize that.
Everybody asks, so they don't really know. They don't really understand that we are not like the Central Jersey Shore. I get the question every day, even now. How is everything after Sandy? How are the beaches? How are the boardwalks? Everything's fine down here. We were really untouched, very lucky.
New Jersey's Economic Development Authority is spending $25 million of Sandy federal relief money on the Stronger Than the Storm campaign. It was designed to welcome tourists back to the Jersey Shore. President and CEO of New Jersey's Economic Development Authority, Timothy Lazora, says the campaign is something his department knew they would need to do early on after Sandy hit.
As soon as the storm and the tragedy happened, we knew one of the first things we had to do was be able to message that Jersey was going to be stronger than the storm.
This campaign targeted media outlets throughout New Jersey, New York, and Pennsylvania. The ads can also be seen as far south as Washington, D.C., and even as far north as Canada. The goal is to disprove the perceptions that New Jersey is still heavily damaged from Sandy, something Lazora says is not easy to do.
I mean, it is hard to compete when every news media outlet is showing pictures of devastation. To change that messaging across the nation and the world is extraordinarily hard.
The amount of money used to get that message across has been a controversial topic throughout the state. However, Lazora believes that given the media market New Jersey is in, they would need every penny of what they were given.
When we looked at what has happened in other regions, including down in New Orleans, and the marketing, the amount of marketing funds they used for an area that isn't the New York metropolitan media market, which is one of the most expensive in the world. They spent a comparable amount of funds towards marketing. So we were very comfortable that, in the New York, Philadelphia metro market, we would need every penny that they did, and probably more.
Marketing may be what New Jersey needs. All across the shore, realtors are saying that the rental market is slower than last year. In one case, summer rentals are down 60% in Lavalette. Realtor Diane Herman has never had a problem renting any of her Wildwood properties until this year. She's usually booked up by mid-February. She owns 4 properties independently and manages others. Out of her 4, only 1 went fast, a larger 5-bedroom unit, much like the units you'd find in other beach towns north of Wildwood.
Once Hurricane Sandy hit, people realized that they were not going to be able to go to their normal shore places. Long Beach Island, there's lots of large houses there. They needed to find those large houses fast down here in the Wildwoods where we were not affected by Sandy.
Just how effective will the state's campaign be in filling all the rental properties, both large and small? Mantoloking realtor Janine Marmo believes that this summer isn't a total wash.
I think August will be a lot of last-minute people. As people come down there during, for day visits, they'll see that the beaches are operating and the boardwalks are operating.
The end of the summer won't mean the end of the state's expensive marketing campaign. Toward the end of August, the focus will shift and the state will begin to sponsor different shore community events before finally wrapping up in the early fall. Looking forward into summer of 2014, Marmo believes that having to draw people to the Jersey Shore will not be an issue. She thinks the shore will be restored and everything will be back to normal. For the WBGO Journal, I'm Nicolena Basso in Brick Township.